So we've all gotten pretty used to AI doing things like writing a poem or creating a cool image. I mean, that's almost old news now, right? But the next wave of AI, well, it's about to leap right off the screen. It's starting to interact with and, yeah, even reshape our physical world. Let's dive into what that actually looks like. And really, that's the big question we're tackling here. We're going to look at a few key breakthroughs that show exactly how AI is evolving from just being a tool for information into an active force in our day-to-day lives. All right, first up, knowledge itself. For decades, we've had a pretty stable idea of what an encyclopedia is. But now, AI is launching a direct challenge to that entire system. Okay, so on one side, you've got Wikipedia. You know it, you've probably used it today. It's this massive project built by human volunteers over years. But on the other side, we now have something called Grokopedia, an AI-powered alternative from Elon Musk's XAI. And the difference is huge. One is carefully curated by people, bit by bit. The other is generated in real time by an AI, just pulling from this vast, constantly churning sea of online data. Now look at this number. 323. For just a single entry, say for Elon Musk's own biography, the Grok AI pulls from 323 different sources to build its summary. I mean, think about that. That's a scale of information synthesis that a human editor could never, ever hope to replicate for every single article. It's just impossible. And this really gets to the why behind it all. The motivation here seems to be a deep dissatisfaction with platforms like Wikipedia. But, when the stated goal is to rewrite reality, that forces us to stop and ask a really critical question. Whose version of reality are we actually getting? And that is the core dilemma, isn't it? When an AI, which, let's be honest, could be programmed with a specific worldview, becomes the one deciding what's a fact, the line between information and interpretation gets incredibly blurry. It makes you wonder what we value more in our knowledge: slow, steady human curation, or lightning-fast algorithmic speed. So as we move into our second theme, you can see how this all builds. AI isn't just showing us information anymore. It's being put in positions of, well, incredible responsibility. It's acting less like a tool and a lot more like a partner. Take a look at this number. Over 1 million. It's a massive figure, but it has nothing to do with website visits or product sales. It's something way more personal and honestly pretty profound. That's right, over 1 million times every single week, people are turning to an AI when they're in a moment of deep personal crisis. Now, this isn't a responsibility OpenAI ever asked for, but it's one they have, and it's forced a massive shift in how they design these models. To deal with this, OpenAI brought in over 170 mental health experts, and you can see the results for yourself. The improvement is just dramatic. In these really difficult, crazy scenarios, the older models had a safety compliance rate of only 27%. The new models, they're up to 92%. They're now built to be more empathetic, to not confirm harmful ideas, and, most importantly, to guide people toward real human support. This isn't just some tech upgrade. It's a fundamental change in AI's entire role. And this idea of an active, responsible partner, well, it leads us to the next big thing, the AI agent. And this is way, way beyond just chatting. An AI agent is more like a digital colleague. You can give it a complex goal, and it will break it down into steps and then actually do them for you, from researching on the web to writing and even testing code. And hey, this isn't just happening here in the West. Check this out. A Chinese model called Minimix M2 is putting up some absolutely incredible numbers. It claims to be twice as fast as the leading Western models, but get this, at only about 8% of the cost. And that is the crucial point here. These AI agents are not only getting more capable, they are becoming radically cheaper and more accessible. We're talking about potentially putting a super powerful digital assistant in everyone's hands. Which brings us to our final theme for today. AI is literally breaking out of the chat window. It's leaving the data center behind. It's now being integrated directly into our physical environment, and it's changing how we see and interact with the world all around us. For example, look at this process from a new model called Odyssey 2. Okay, so this is not a pre-made video. The AI generates a scene, and then you, the user, can direct it with simple text. Make the sunset, make the waves go faster, pan the camera to the right. And the AI rebuilds the entire scene on the fly, frame by frame. This completely changes what media even is. That passive experience of just sitting and watching something, it's being transformed. You're no longer just a spectator. You become the director. Just imagine watching a movie and deciding you want to change the weather in a scene, or exploring a simulation of ancient Rome and asking the AI, hey, show me what's around that corner. Media is becoming this interactive, co-created experience. And this is not just for fun and games. Amazon is already testing augmented reality glasses for its delivery drivers. The AI layers information right onto their vision, so they can scan a package just by looking at it, see a navigation route projected right there on the sidewalk, and get warnings about potential obstacles, all without ever having to look down at a phone. And this really gets to the core idea. The goal isn't to replace the driver. It's to use AI to get rid of distractions, to augment their focus and their safety. This is a true merger of human skill and AI efficiency, right out there in the physical world. So, let's just quickly recap this journey we've been on. We started with AI basically rewriting our sources of information. Then, we saw it become an active partner in some of the most sensitive parts of our lives. And finally, we've seen it break free from the screen entirely to augment our physical reality. Each of these breakthroughs is powerful on its own, but when you put them all together, they paint this incredible picture of a future that is approaching really, really fast. The question isn't just, what can AI do anymore? The real question is, how do we want to live with these powerful new tools? And that is the conversation that we all need to be having.